I'm going to start with this question for you. What is the craziest thing you believe that even your friends in your social circle that generally believe the same as you, they're like, nah, that's too far, Michael. Even your closest buddies are like, you're out there.
You want to know something, Ty? When you and I first met, if you were to listen to like traditional dogma, like even from like pickup artists, say 10 years ago, the idea that men and women could and should be friends was actually controversial. Like I got crucified for saying that.
So you said men and women can be just platonic friends.
Not only that, it's like the best way to meet women is having other women introduce you. And when I first said that, I was called every name in the book. I've been saying this since 2008. Now, if you go look at dating coaches, even listen to Sadia Khan, Rollo Tomasi's changes, everyone is now saying men and women can be friends, and that women are so three things. Women are a great way to get you access. So because I have a bunch of female friends, I used to get invited to the Ignite parties. I used to get invited to the Playboy Mansion. Because I have a ton of female friends, I'm used to being around beautiful women. They don't affect me. They don't make my palms sweat. They don't make my voice crack. And women constantly introduce me to more women. And if you ask the most beautiful women you know, you say, how'd you meet your last 5 guys you dated? Or you ask 5 women, they're going to say, a friend introduced me, Instagram, a friend introduced me, a friend introduced me, a friend introduced me. They're never going to say day game, cold approach at the mall. They're just not going to say that. And so that was the one thing where I was getting like lambasted for years. Now it's like, it's very similar to like with Galileo. Like initially they put him on house arrest and then they all realized he was telling the truth.
Right.
I've been saying this for years that like men and women using.
So what was the counter argument people were saying? They can't be friends.
Yeah, because
somebody always wants to sleep with the other person.
But it wasn't just that. It was that women, it was a bunch of men who had been used by women. Right. So just imagine. There's a guy named Alan Roger Curry. He passed away a couple years ago, and he wrote a book called Mode 1. And at the end of the book, he writes, he goes, the reason why men become misogynists is not because it's not because women reject them. We all get rejected. In fact, as men, we get rejected. Rich, famous men still get rejected. Okay. It's not rejection. It's like when a man invests in a woman and he's like, he spends time with her, he spends money on her, whatever, and she's crying on his shoulder. And then she starts telling him about the guy she slept with the first time they met. Then he's like, what? Yeah. What? I put all this time and effort and you just slept with this guy. That's when men become misogynists, right? That was the thing. Those men who had been hurt were like, well, every time I talk to a girl and I shoot my shot and she doesn't like me, she puts me in the friend zone. The friend zone is the worst. The friend zone is the lava at the bottom of Super Mario Brothers. The friend zone is death. I didn't say let women put you in the friend zone. I said you put women in the friend zone. And then the other misconception was, well, that means, so guys will come to me as like, Michael says, don't ever sleep with any of these women. I was like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. What I said was make friends with them. And what you'll find, and I'm sure you've seen this, you'll meet a group of girls, you don't show any interest or intent to any of them. They're competing for your attention. And all of a sudden you didn't do any work and one of them's trying to get with you. You didn't show them any attention. And then I see this and I see it over and over again. And the ultimate expression of this would be like Bilzerian. I kept seeing this over and over again. And I kept wondering like why more and more people weren't doing it. So part of my course, like a main part of my course that sort of separated me from pickup was this concept. Owen Cook did not believe in this when I met him. Now he does. Rollo Tomasi did not believe in this, but when I met him, now he does. Myron Gaines did not believe in this. Now he does. They've all come around because I've shown them that it's very different. If you're a guy who just came from a 15-month deployment in Iraq or you've been in jail for 10 years, you cannot be friends with women. No. Because you're going to be too desperate. But if you have if you're a guy who like manages a strip club or you throw parties all the time, if you're a club promoter and you're surrounded by women all the time, you need women to help you meet other women. And it's just so crazy to me. Like whenever I talk to guys who are really good with women, they have female friends. Right. The ones who are really good. So that was probably one of the ones that I had a big issue with. That thought was crazy. If you're a successful man, sick of lone wolfing it through life, and you want to build a high status social circle with successful guys like you and date incredible high quality women, well, that's what Men of Action is all about. We will help you forge alliances with power players, celebrate epic nights in luxurious locations like Monaco, and completely transform your dating life. You'll go from settling with scraps on dating apps to enjoying amazing dates with legitimate models. If this sounds interesting to you, click the first link in the description to join our exclusive VIP community so you can network with high-level people in any city you want.